Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Friday, 5th June 2026 Aries. Friends, neighbors, and relatives could be feeling especially stressed out and explosive today. Isn't this a good day to initiate intense communication with them? So keep your talk light and inconsequential. This is a great day to stay at home and read, especially since your mind is particularly receptive to unusual ideas. Books, podcasts, and enriching media could be the most informative. Taurus. Romance is the center stage today as unexpected circumstances put you in touch with interesting people of both sexes. If you're already involved, expect to grow closer to your partner. If you are not, don't be surprised if someone new comes into your life. Stimulating discussions about various subjects set your imagination on a high. This will surely increase your desire to learn more. Gemini. The possibility of the arrival of visitors, perhaps in relation to a group activity or social event you host in future, could put you in the cleanup mode and perhaps encourage you to even do a little redecorating. More than one person is likely to try to contact you, and all who reach you are likely to have interesting news and useful information. By the day's end, your energy and enthusiasm should be much higher, and they will surely be in the morning. Cancer. Romance intensifies as communication is enhanced by the energy and focus of you and your partner. If you aren't already involved, you might find out someone new and exciting who shows similar interest and perhaps doesn't live that far from you at all. Expect to make a lot of short trips in your neighborhood and perhaps to check out new things that you've heard about. If you've been thinking of moving, you might do a little house hunting. Leo, an opportunity to do some extra work might come your way today. Don't turn it down. It may do you a lot of good. You'll probably enjoy being at home, whether you're working or relaxing, as happiness seems to reign in the home at this time. Members of your household all seem to be content with their lives and thus are very great company. Virgo, communicating with others in your neighborhood brings you good news. Phone calls and emails for sure are time to be spent in the car and could result in some kind of financial advancement. You could feel especially focused right now and your intellect and emotions are in accord with what you need to accomplish in your life. Your physical energy and enthusiasm is strong as your determination, so keep pushing on. Libra, today you might hear of opportunities coming from an unusual source and consider taking advantage of them. Values take a more spiritual turn as your material goals are reached. You might make plans to participate more in activities like yoga, meditation, or other activities with a metaphysical focus, and you're looking forward to it. Someone close to you might recommend some interesting books, so please take a read. Scorpio, communicating with loved ones might prove especially intellectually and emotionally gratifying at this time. Relationships with old friends grow stronger, and new friends may also come onto the scene. Among them might be people in your profession. Through them, you might learn of new opportunities to advance your career. Expect a story with motivation at this time to move you to a better place. Sagittarius, friends in creative fields might join forces with you today to start a new project that makes a difference to you all. This could be planning something as mundane as a garden park or exciting new rock band. If you've been thinking of moving in an artistic direction, this is the day to make the plans, so surely don't fidget. Capricorn, the desire to acquire more knowledge is front and center. A lecture or workshop might lead to plans for a future outing of some kind with friends or other members of a group you're affiliated with. Family members might also show interest in you, and you could also review the possibilities together and join the ideas. The energy and enthusiasm of everyone around you is high, so make the most of their ideas. Aquarius, enthusiasm for your own ideas as well as those of others could catapult you into the spotlight. You might become an expert perhaps on scientific or occult subjects. You're on the emotional high and looking forward to the future. You've got a lot of plans to execute, so please start working. Pisces, new circumstances could put you in touch with interesting people and exciting people from distant places. You might discuss business but not boring shop talk. Rather, you may have some intriguing and workable ideas for future projects that could make a difference to you and others. If you've been thinking about forming a new partnership, this is an auspicious day for a serious discussion. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Friday, 5th June 2026. Do have yourself a great, safe, and wonderful day.
Well, We started off with some excitement. I mean, the atmosphere around us is quite buzzy this morning. It's Friday, it's a weekend. You're coming out of a holiday yesterday, so you had an opportunity to sort of unwind or relax or do whatever it is you chose to do yesterday. Maybe you prayed, maybe you really did observe the holiday for what it was, which is a religious observance. But it is Friday morning. Welcome to Friday WTF. Let's see what our news department has got. We'll be back.
Good morning. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force says a large-scale operation across the Central Division has resulted in a firearm arrest, dozens of traffic violations being detected, and the recovery of prohibited items and weapons. On Friday, May 29th, officers carried out a joint operation involving vehicular checkpoints, snap checks, mobile and foot patrols, and targeted sweeps in high-crime communities. Police stopped and checked 379 vehicles, searched 22 vehicles and 56 individuals, issued 26 traffic tickets, and impounded 3 vehicles for various traffic-related offences.
As a result of the operation, a total of 379 vehicles were stopped and checked. 22 vehicles were searched, 56 persons were searched, and 26 traffic tickets were issued for various traffic violations. 3 vehicles were impounded for various traffic-related offences. Other prohibited items and weapons were recovered during this operation. During the execution of the operation, police received multiple reports from residents of the Agad community regarding gunshots being fired in the vicinity of an ongoing social event. Officers immediately responded to the area and observed a male suspect in possession of a firearm. This individual fled upon seeing the police and retreated into his residence. The officers gave chase, and following a search, officers recovered 1 Glock 27 pistol. As a result of the investigation, 49-year-old Uranus Augustine of Agad Mondidon was arrested and charged for the offense of possession of firearm.
He was granted bail by the district court. In a separate incident at a police checkpoint in Bocage, a driver allegedly failed to stop when signaled by officers to do so. Police say the man sustained a gunshot injury during the encounter and remains hospitalized. Upon his release, he is expected to face a charge of failing to comply, an offense carrying a maximum penalty of $10,000. With St. Lucia preparing to bid farewell to one of its most influential and controversial political figures, the government has announced that former Governor General Sir Neville Snack will be accorded a state funeral. Journalist and writer Rick Wayne, who knew Sir Neville personally, has been reflecting on the man behind the headlines and the legacy he leaves behind.
He also said, "It's not that I don't love you no more, it's just that I can't take it anymore." And by that he meant to the Labour Party people, I have never stopped loving you, but I can't handle anymore what is being done to me by the current hierarchy of the Labour Party, by which he meant one person.
A public servant, parliamentarian, diplomat, and constitutional commentator, Sir Neville's decades-long career helped shape the nation's political landscape. Yet perhaps no chapter of his journey sparked more debate than his dramatic decision to cross the political floor in 1987. St. Lucia is taking a major step toward protecting its coastline and preparing for the impacts of climate change. The country has officially received a new coastal climate risk assessment and decision support system designed to strengthen national planning, to guide infrastructure development, and improve disaster preparedness.
The SocaCize system, this is an online mapping platform which now can help us visualize those assessments, visualize those future climate projections, and now can help inform official not only policy, planning, land zone planning, strategic and transformational national level development planning. This can help inform national budgets. This can help us with community development and planning, and of course, critically, helping to mobilize climate finance.
Developed under the National Adaptation Planning, or NAP, Green Climate Fund Readiness Project, the SocaCize Decision Support System provides government agencies with advanced mapping and climate data tools to better respond to sea level rise, coastal erosion, storm surges, flooding, and other climate-related threats affecting communities and critical infrastructure. In more law enforcement news, a joint police operation in 3 Castries communities has led to 8 people being charged On Thursday, officers from the Gangs, Narcotics and the Firearms Unit, supported by other divisions of the RSLPF, executed search warrants in Wilton's Yard, Bel Air and Dareford. In Wilton's Yard, police seized the cannabis plants and arrested 21-year-old Ishan Joseph. In Dareford, 6 more people were arrested after a similar find. And in Bel Air, officers nabbed 31-year-old Curious Polius Elias Shortcrop, who was wanted for an armed robbery on Darling Road. On Friday, 7 of them were charged with cultivation and possession of cannabis with intent to supply. Most were granted bail of $1,500 each. Ishan Joseph pleaded guilty on Monday and was fined $4,200 with 1 year probation. Polius, charged with robbery and ammunition possession, was granted bail totaling $15,000. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Right. Thank you, guys. We need to take a little itsy-bitsy break, but we're coming back after this, so don't go anywhere now. Well, we're kicking things off this morning. We were pleased to be engaged or involved or invited to experience exchange program that happened over the weekend. Well, it's happening now, actually. They're going to be here for quite a couple of days, and that is the Mount Hope Secondary School from out of Trinidad, coming on over to the Castries Comprehensive Secondary School here to do a cultural exchange program. Now, I had a fun time speaking to the principal of Mount Hope. I mean, oh man, if every principal thought like this lady, will be so much better. But here's a conversation I had with the principal. You're here on a cultural exchange program. It's the first time.
Yes.
You guys, your entire team will be looking. You guys look so excited to be here.
Yes, we are.
Tell me about the birthing of this and when was this? Where did the idea come from? And what was the process in getting here?
I will tell you. It started off, Miss Maureen, as a dream that God gave to me. In different ways, we could encourage the children to use their talents for something good. Right? There are too many schools with violence, and a lot of negative things are being said around schools. So God told me this: work like that. So I pulled in my teacher, Dr. John Charles Baines. I said, Dr. John Charles Baines, what do you think of this? I would like to do this. And I didn't dream as big as she did. We just wanted to give the children the opportunity to learn about diverse cultures, because Trinidad is a cosmopolitan nation. And we ran with that. We got a whole team of embassies with us. We brought in the French Creole Embassy, Alliance Française, Spanish, German, Italian. We wrote to any and every embassy, and who responded, we did different booths of all cultures. So food, dance, art, right? And how we ended up with St. Lucia, our Creole booth was extremely popular, including the food.
Wow.
So we said, okay.
So this is started back home?
Started last year. We had our cultural extravaganza in March.
Wow.
And then in June of that year, we went to Tobago.
Nice.
So the children learned, because for many of them, they had never even been on a plane or even been to Tobago.
Right.
So for this now, this is the first. I have never been to St. Lucia. None of the parents have been to St. Lucia.
Wow.
And for some of the children, this is the first time even being on a plane.
Wow.
Right? So we wanted to learn more about our patois culture.
Yes.
And we had heard so much about the beauty and the hospitality of St. Lucia. And Dr. John Charles had been here before. She has a friend who lives here.
Right.
And that is how we started. So immediately after Tobago, we started planning for St. Lucia. So it's almost a year to the day that we have been planning this, liaising with Miss Marva, liaising with the team, doing video calls, and just learning about one another.
To make this happen. Listen, no, this is quite powerful and very timely. Can I say this?
Yes.
This is quite powerful, very timely, and I'm not surprised that it came divinely to you.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you're feeling the era of the social media.
Yes.
There's been this notation this narrative out
Correct.
there where
Correct.
it seems like there is this negative fighting or competition amongst the islands, even down to the point of the patois, where it originated, who it is for, who everybody's quarreling over that. I think what you have started here is a step in the right direction, not necessarily to continue the conversation that is happening online as to who it is belong to, who it's not.
Correct.
But to really and truly bring us together to see how it is we all connected, even through that language.
So, and this is what I'm hoping for Monkhope Secondary children, to be totally immersed in the culture and to be richer for having experienced it. Because I don't want their minds to be limited.
Yes.
And so many times, even within the classroom is restricted.
Yes.
So when you take them out and you show them what they nothing. But the hidden curriculum.
Yes.
They learn so much more and they develop more as a holistic person. So this is what I am hoping for my children. I absolutely
appreciate that. Now listen, you're boss principal. Remember I tell you that because listen, to have foresight and insight like that and to go beyond and ensuring that it happens, the Caribbean needs more of this. So let me say kudos to you for the idea and your team for making this happen. And let's hope we see more of that. Maybe a St. Lucia and contingent coming over to Trinidad.
Well, we are already planning for that.
Absolutely.
So once Miss Marva says, Miss Legal, this is the date, we are supposed to have everything organized.
Wow. Yeah. What's the take home? I mean, this is one little step in the right direction. But as a people, our mindset, how it is that we should approach going forward in embracing us as a Caribbean region.
Well, first of all, Mr. Alexander, the children are really the hope of any island, any country.
Absolutely.
Right? The people, because children to themselves have no boundaries. And when I say no boundaries, I'm not meaning in a negative way. No. Children will come up to you, they will embrace you, they will love you, they will laugh with you.
Yes.
They connect with you. And this is what we have got to do. What makes us different? So diversification, yes. But we have a lot of similarities based on our history.
Yes.
So we need to learn that. Go out. Don't be afraid to take a step. Don't be afraid to take a risk. You can only raise the children up to be further ambassadors. So where we fail, they hopefully will succeed.
On that note, thank you so very much, Lisa. I'm going with no surname, but Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alexander. Have a blessed and safe
well, and
day.
enjoy the rest of it.
I plan to.
Certainly. Of the Caribbean Global Awards that is happening here in St. Lucia. As a matter of fact, today and tomorrow is going to be the youth seminar, I believe, over at Royalton. There's going to be some engagement. They've got quite a number of professionals from all different spheres of life who are culminating on the island. And your kids should have been part of this. I don't know. If you're not and you don't know what's going on, you probably need to get on board because it's absolutely free, and it's a platform where we can, definitely students can get a scholarship involved. There's a lot of things happening. But one of our very own stalwarts right here, Mr. Adjodha, we know him as Jag, is very involved in that as well. So we profited the opportunity to grasp some of the information as to what it means for us as St. Lucia to be host to the Youth Global Awards. So we want to know, what it means for you and your brand to align with this product, this event.
Okay.
What does it mean for you and your entity?
Caribbean Global Awards, it's about recognizing youth, recognizing not just youth, but in the medical aspects also. And also, since I'm on the International Advisory Committee,
yes,
and also last year, September, I received the Tourism Award out of 26 countries. And we got #1 for St. Lucia, which was seen over 400 countries.
Yeah.
It's good for St. Lucia because, to be recognized worldwide, that is something. That's monies you can't buy for those type of advertising.
Absolutely not.
Now, this whole organization is chartered by Dr. Michaelin, and she's a go-getter, and she makes things happen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and to be recognized and to help support the youth, youth empowerment, that is what intrigued me. and we were excited to get it done in St. Lucia.
Absolutely.
And that's why we're here, to make it happen.
Right.
Yes.
Most of the time, I'm glad we're seeing you in that light, because I know most of the time, persons like yourself do things and you remain behind the scenes.
That's
you know?
right.
So I'm glad you're coming to the fore, so persons understand you're not just, you know, out here just bleeding the country. You know, like no one said, Jack just hung just there making all the money. You get me? To see that you're actually giving yourself to giving back in that regard, in that way, especially pouring back into the youth. This is very, very vital.
I do a lot that people don't know.
Right.
And I give a lot that people don't know I give. You know, whether it be the AIDS Foundation, whether it be the people feeding the couple of villages, we feed the poor and so on. We give scholarship to school children who can't afford. We also involve in the barbering, where they cut the hair of the
Yes.
children. I sponsored that for the past 3 years. Plus a lot. And you see, people see you, they don't know you, they don't know. And to me, I don't feel like I owe any people.
You don't owe nobody anything, but
Yes.
I'm glad that I'm glad I got to pull it out of you, but it's me pulling it out of him, because otherwise you wouldn't know that he's doing that. But I think sometimes it becomes necessary, you know, because sometimes persons with the limited knowledge, you know, they can look to damper the atmosphere surrounding all that you're doing.
We're good at assuming things.
And you know, we do not want it to become a case where people are wrongfully judging, and they might be damaging a whole line of assistance because they are being mischievous and they do not have the facts. So I'm glad that you decided. I know it's not something you'd have loved to do, but I'm glad that we were able to ambush you under the Global Awards banner, and you know, just let it be known that, you know, these are not people that you just see just ripping the rewards of the land, but you're actually giving back.
Yeah, we do, because I mean, receiving my doctorate, which is a big thing. It's
Yes, a huge congratulations, by the way.
You know, and thank you. And it's about doing more. It's about giving more. It's about recognizing that we need to do more. You know, because I see we have, you know, some level of poverty. We see we have unemployment. Unemployment is sometimes is because the guys don't want to do certain type of work.
Yeah.
But there are work available all over the island. You know, and I believe that we can do a lot more than what we're doing right now. Yeah, right. And if I have to come out from the closet like R. Kelly and
absolutely, do more,
and that's what it is. So now I've came out, because I'm always a phobia when it comes to public and too many people around.
Yeah.
But now I believe that is necessary to be done, and that's what we're doing, because St. Lucia requires that, and I believe we have a lot of talented youth here.
Yes.
And they need to be recognized. And that is what we're doing.
Meaningful platforms like these,
yes,
certainly.
Yes.
Because it's one thing to get them excited, and I think we've seen the result of a lot of these, you know, a lot of talk in the past and no real action. So I think it's very, very important.
We need to follow up with it.
We need to follow up with the hope. The
follow through with it.
Dream, but the dream is possible. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, so don't just say I'm going to do and don't do. You have to do.
You have to do.
Yeah, and that's why the Global Award is there, because we give out scholarships to so many people, and that's going to be good for the kids, because, you know, finance and how it comes. And the banking sector makes it very difficult also. And that's why I'm happy for the credit unions, because the credit unions really help the poor.
Absolutely.
You know?
SocaCize it is today. It's Friday, but you know already you're going into the weekend again, but you don't want to drop the ball. You know, you're going to have the whole weekend ahead if you don't choose to go on the gym or do your little workout during the next 2 days, and then you're taking a full break. You know, just put in that last little work this morning. All right, so let's go with me. Let's do SocaCize.
It's time to rise, shine, and wine with SocaCize. Leading the wine, we have Serena, Vernell, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. This morning, let's flaunt with a bacchanal warm-up. Hey!
This are the girl them time.
Forward
to make
and
the
back.
girl them wine. I'm talking to you.
Nice strong arms.
From you got the glow.
2 more.
No matter what you do.
We're going up and roll and roll it. Pull the chewing gum. Side.
Sticky like chewing gum. Bump along like bubble gum. Girl wine and bubble gum.
Take it up and Hold it. Left leg. Step.
Yeah, look, so yummy. Look like she got the gummy. Half man a rub them, tummy.
Give me 4 more. Nice strong arms. Move those hips. Hey. Sticky. Up. Roll it. Pull it.
Sticky like chewing gum. Bump along like bubble gum. Girl wine and bubble down. Turn around and
Sticky. Pull and
sticky like chewing gum. Bump along like bubble gum. Girl wine and bubble down. Turn around and
sticky. Step and
complexion caramel cinnamon. Shabbing girl stick to me like silicone. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Every hot girl get up and
4 more. Hey.
Wet, back,
Hey.
wet, belly, wet. I'm not upset. Shoot, wet, shot, wet, just wet.
Sticky. Pull it.
Sticky like chewing gum. Bump around like bubble gum. Girl wine and bubble down. Turn around and
Sticky. Pull it.
Sticky like chewing gum. Bump around like bubble gum. Girl wine and bubble down. Turn around and
sticky. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize on This Morning on DBS.
And as we send you off into the weekend, I just want you to, just throw a little something out there to you. When you're inclined to make everything in life a problem, especially when it comes to other human beings. Remember, they are human, and human being will be human. And remember, everybody can promise, but not everybody has the ability to keep their promises. So don't put too much faith in people's promises or people's, you get me? Just remember that, A lot of the times it's our perspective on things in life that makes life a lot easier. So everyone can promise, not everybody can keep their promises. So remember that as you go through life. Enjoy your weekend, and God willing, we'll be back again on Monday for another DBS This Morning. Come out.